Welcome back. The last session we have seen about what is meant by an array, how to declare an array, initialize it, and how to retrieve the value from the array, right? But we end up with signing up a note as how to retrieve all the values in an array. So that is what this session is going to deal about. So how to retrieve all the values in the array. You should not retrieve one by one. We should get all the values at a time. How can we do that? As you guessed, right? It is we have to use looping things, right? Looping classes. So what are the looping thing we have seen in Java in earlier sessions? If you would have watched, we have discussed about for loop, we have discussed about while loop, we have discussed about do while loop, right? And there is one more loop that is a surprise. I will tell it in the maybe while we are discussing the example that we have so far we didn't discuss, that I will tell you as a surprise package. So what is that loop is all about? Okay, let us see these loops. First of all, the traditional loop for loop and while loop, right? So that is what we are going to discuss now. So you can see that there are three arrays here. So the one array is variable 1 which contains four values, and variable 2 contains again the four values of in even numbers. The third array is having the string. Okay, let us use this. I want to retrieve all the numbers, say 1 3 5 7 at a stage, and similarly 2 4 6 8 at a stage. Let us do that. So what I'm going to do is retrieving all values of first array. I can say something like first array, which is nothing but variable 1, right? Variable 1. Let us do that. How can we do that? So we know that for loop for integer, I can say as I equal to 0, because array starts from index 0, right? Comma I less than or less than. So what is the value? So is 4. Since we know that it is 4 static, we know that. But let us consider if it is 100, right? We don't know what is the. We can instead of saying every time hard coding, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say it as less than variable 1 dot length of the array is to get, this will get the length of the array I plus plus, right? I'm going to increment the count. This is how the traditional for loop is all about. So system dot out dot, I want to print in the same line, not in the one by one, right? So I'm not going to give print ln. I'm going to give as print. I'm going to say some space, right? Then plus I'm going to say variable one of I. So what it will do? One by one it will pass. 0 it will pass. Then it will keep incrementing up to the length, right? 1, 2, 3. So variable 1 of 0, variable 1 of 1, variable 1 of 2, variable 1 of 3. So let us run this and see how it is working. Yep, you can see that 1, 3, 5, 7. It got printed like this, right? So that is how it will print here, retrieving uh, all the values 1357 1357 at this stage. So this is using for loop. Okay, let us use the second I can say, let me give a tab for more readability. Let me use do while loop, right? While loop to retrieve all values of second array. What is second array? Variable of 2, right? So what is this while loop? How to declare a while loop? We know that, right? So already I we use, so I'm going to say j. I'm initializing the j. Let me use while. We know while always it will check the condition first. So j less than variable 2 dot length, then open bracket, system dot out dot. I am also going to print here, not print ln, print. I'm going to say variable 2 of j, and then I have to increment the loop j plus plus, right? Say if I run this, well, already 1357 has been printed. Now since this is also print, So it will merge here. It will not go to the next line. So if I run this, and I will show you so that you can understand that. See, 1357, and it got merged in the same line because we didn't give println here. So that is what I'm going to do is I'm going to include a empty line here. To give empty line, just give println, just an empty line. That's it. So, and I'm also will give some space, right? Let us run this. You can see that. Now you see that automatically 2468 will print in the next line. Yeah, this will give them more readability. That is what I entered a empty line over here, right? Okay. Now we have done for loop and while loop. Okay, what is a separate say, element package is nothing but there is a new loop concept that I'm going to discuss here is for each loop. This for each loop will applicable only for array and collections framework. What is collections? Java collections is nothing but array list, hash map, hash table, set, etc. Right? It will keep going. So for these only, this for each loop will be applicable. We cannot do for normal say set of integers. We cannot do that. If you are staying in these types, only for each loop will come into picture. But I will say that always use for each loop. That is very much quicker and very easier than for loop or while loop. That is what we are going to discuss for the third thing. So what I'm going to do is using for each loop to retrieve from third array. What is third array? Variable 3, right? That is what the third array is all about. A, B, C, D is a string array, right? That is what I'm going to do. How to declare for each loop? Syntax is for, just mention the data type name, it is string, give some variable name, say I'm giving as B or anything, what are the variable name, then colon, what is the array name? Variable 3, right? Just sorry, just give the variable name here, variable of 3, that's it. Just open bracket, then print that system dot out dot print, I can say B, that's it. And again I'm going to enter some empty line over here so that it will not merge with that previous result, and I'm going to enter some space as well for more readability, right? Let us run this. Yes, you can see that same result, a b c d. It printed all the values a b c d, and see I didn't put any incrementing those things, right? Just for string, then whatever the data type name, right? String, then some user defined value, colon, that array name, variable 3, that's it. Just printing this, what are the user defined data type name, that's it. Automatically print that. So I will prefer for each loop than for loop or while loop, for it's easier to understand and much faster as well, right? So this is I mean the new type of looping concept that I wanted to discuss in this session. So so in this session we discussed about how to retrieve all the values from the array using for loop and while loop and for each loop. I hope you understood. Then in the next session, we are going to discuss about the collection, Java collections, that is array list. Watch out for that. Until then, good night. Thank you.